Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Check. Check. Hot. Watch the safety creep. Get hot.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, here's Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one complete to Coleman. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Christian, Travis.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Hey, quarter. Alert 3.
Back.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
38 for Mike.
Stop your whining.
Watch the motion. Monday. Mike 38, Mike. Hey, orbit. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 38.
Check pass.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Ricky,
Hey, wahoo.
Mike.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 22.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Rosas' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was looking to get it to Parker again. 3rd down here.
Don't get nervous.
Here's Rosen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the run. Sponge.
Balaj. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Switch, switch, switch.
They run with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously of the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass.
Hey, high 7.
To throw is Rosen. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. Back 38.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now it's Rosen. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15.
We got this.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Mike 38.
Come on. Mike 38.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Mike 38.
Hey, Delta. Get away from him. 38 to Mike.
Coming.
Mike 38.
Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Go. Monday. Mike 38. Hey, they're scared.
Mike 38. Watch the run.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run here with Balaj. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, alert.
Mike 38. I'm coming. Hey, Haywood.
Check, 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 check.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And now it's Rosen looking. This is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need?
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 55 to Mike. We didn't want this.
Here's Breida. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, here we go. 21. What do you need?
Second time, defense, let's go.
Bravo.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 40. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 38, Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
I got you. Mike 38.
Now Rosen. And Wilson has it. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4.
Same on that. Hey, he's coming. We got double up.
Back's mine. Mike 38.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This is Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Mostert. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. This is Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Rosen is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Hey, exit.
Strip the ball.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 120.
2 times, 2 times.
Get hot.
And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the 49ers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.